Hey everybody, today I want to share with you some more good stuff. I was flipping through. I wasn't really reading, but I was flipping through J.R.R. Tolkien's The Fellowship of the Ring, and I found a song. I was kind of looking for it. I couldn't quite remember it, but I thought, hey, I think that might be something, if I remember it right, that I want to share with you guys. And I was right. And I wrote it down in really little print. You can barely see it there. Hopefully, I can read it to you. But it's a little poem that was written supposedly by Bilbo Baggins. Um, and I want to read it to you because it mentions two good things. And what's interesting about this is it really strikes me in this poem how I guess on their own, each of these two things are good. But I think what really makes them great is the fact that they're related to one another. And if you take the one away, I'm not sure that I'm not sure that you really have a good thing anymore. And that may not make any sense at all. But we'll talk about it more after I read the poem to you. Listen for what the two things are. Two good things. It's sort of like the Reese's peanut butter cup. Two good things that are even better when you put them together. Okay? From Bilbo Baggins, you got a picture of Frodo and his friends. This is when they're leaving the Shire, if you've read the story, and the Black Riders are trying to find them. So it's kind of a scary moment, but they haven't seen the Black Riders in a while. And in the book, not so much in the movie, but in the book, they do a lot of singing and reciting poetry and stuff like that. So this song is one that they sing as they're escaping the Shire. Upon the earth the fire is red, beneath the roof there is a bed. But not yet weary are our feet, still round the corner we may meet a sudden tree or standing stone that none have seen but we alone. Tree and flower and leaf and grass, let them pass, let them pass. Hill and water under sky, pass them by, pass them by. Still round the corner there may wait a new road or a secret gate. And though we pass them by today, tomorrow we may come this way and take the hidden paths that run towards the moon or to the sun. Apple, thorn, and nut and slow, let them go, let them go. Sand and stone and pool and dell, fare you well, fare you well. Home is behind, the world ahead, and there are many paths to tread through shadows to the edge of night until the stars are all alight. Then world behind and home ahead will wander back to home and bed. Mist and twilight, cloud and shade, away shall fade, away shall fade. Fire and lamp and meat and bread, and then to bed, and then to bed. Right. So, what are the two things? Did you hear them? The first one is adventure, right? Hitting the road, passing by all these things, seeing all these wonderful things, being out in creation and checking it out. Going around the corner you've never been before with the idea in your head, maybe I'm the first person to have seen this, at least in a long time. Exploration, right? This is at the heart of Tolkien's writings, The Hobbit especially, but The Lord of the Rings too. um, Pursuit of adventure is a good thing. Exploring is a great thing. And yet, here, and it's tied to something, isn't it? They explore up to a point and then they head for home, right? So they recognize our feet aren't tired. There's more to see and they're eager to explore. But then there's a point where it's time to turn around and go back to that warm fire and that soft bed, to go back where there's food waiting to eat. And um and I love that balance. I love that balance. I love that idea of when I have roots, when I have a firm foundation, when I have a safe place to go to, how that frees me up to be able to explore, right? To get out, to be unafraid. And home does that for us, right? Home makes it easier for us to go out. And I don't just mean the building, the fireplace, and the actual bed and the stove and all that stuff, but I'm saying family, right? Having the roots of family makes it easier. Having support, let's put it as general as that, makes it easier to, that good thing makes it easier to enjoy the good thing, which is exploration. um, And for the Christian, this is even more true, right? Having the firm foundation of Jesus Christ, having the eternal kingdom of heaven as my home, really takes away any excuse I have of being afraid, of being less than generous with what I have. I don't have to hang on to temporary things. I don't have to figure out how to hang on to those and try to make them eternal, because I have what is actually eternal. I have the whole kingdom of heaven. Thanks be to God and the grace that He has shown me in my Lord Jesus Christ. Right. So Christians should be ready to be bold and to explore and to be generous, um, because we have a firm foundation like no one else, right? I think this is important because too often these two good things are put in opposition, right? The idea that in order to seek adventure and explore, I have to set aside roots, and this is not true. Um, the idea, how often do we find people picking adventure over family, or home? We find people putting work in opposition with vacation or time off, and it is just foolishness. These things belong together. They create this wonderful balance. Um, we have to be careful not to choose between good things when we don't have to, but instead see how they can work together. They can correspond and create. Two good things can actually sometimes create a better thing, a best thing. We definitely, again, have that in our faith. Our faith in Jesus Christ, the firm foundation of the gospel, frees us up to enjoy creation in a way that no one else can. And I wanted to share that with you today and to give it to you as something for you to consider. Way to go, Tolkien. Way to go, Bilbo. Um, again, wisdom from the Fellowship of the Ring. God bless you all. God bless your week. And again, remember, it's early in the week, but if you are already thinking about this weekend, we would love to have you join us. Bible class. We're continuing our study. We're about halfway through the book of Amos. That's at 9 o'clock, and then at 10:30 we have the divine service. You may get this video early enough too. We have midweek services during the season of Lent. At 5:30 we have a dinner, and then 6:30 we are looking at some of the forgotten hymns that we have in our hymnal, the Lutheran Service Book. Hymns that you've probably never noticed, maybe never sung before. We're exploring them and considering the great theology that they offer us. So you are welcome to join us for that at 6:30 on Wednesdays. Lots going on. Hope you can join us. God bless you all.